Hey guys, how's it going? We're going to be planting some hakonechloa today, and this is one of my favorite things in the garden. I love hakonechloa. I think that they're so gorgeous. This one is already starting to go to seed. I see a little seed head right here. I picked these up when we were down at the Bushnell's nursery in like the Sacramento area, and I just love hakonechloa. They had some massive ones. I just picked up 3 of these little like 1-gallon containers, and I love it. I think hakonechloa is a very magical looking plant. I love the way that it moves in the breeze, and like this, I just think it's so pretty. So let's talk about this plant. Let's go over it just a little bit. So I have 3 of these plants, and they are so cool. This is the all gold hakonechloa. I picked these up. They were 13 bucks a piece. I grabbed 3 of them just to do a very small drift because hakonechloa is a little temperamental in my growing zone. Their growing zone 5 through 9. I am in a zone 9A, but sometimes they give me a little bit of grief in my area. Would you like to come up here? Come on. My little shadow. Can you sit down? You good? Okay. Anyway, so hakonechloa. 5 through 9, they get about 18 inches tall, and they do get about 2 feet wide. They do spread very, very slowly by rhizomes. So they spread throughout the garden, but it is such a slow spreading plant that you don't have to like really worry about it taking over at all. If you've got an area where you don't want it all of a sudden, all you need to do is just kind of rip that area out, and it shouldn't be that big of a deal. One thing to note is you do need to cut this back late into the winter or very, very, very early springtime. And it's preferred that you're going to cut it back like later into the winter time, because if you cut it back too late, what you're going to do is you're going to cut off the tips of your new grass blades, and you're going to have these like straight across cuts on all of your blades. So you don't really want that look, because you want this like magical like flowy look, how these blades come to this point like this. And so you want to make sure that you cut it back at the right time. I have done it at the wrong time in the past, and all of a sudden my hakonechloa is straight across. Looks like it has a flat top. That's not the vibe we're going for. They don't like poor draining soil. They also don't like very dry soil. So if you have clay soil, really? Are you okay? Just squeeze on by. They don't want your soil to be dry. They don't like that, but they also don't want your soil to like hold on to moisture. If you just hang on to moisture, like if you have clay soil, they're not going to be very happy with you. So maybe put them in a container. I've seen somebody do that, and I thought that was really pretty. But where we're at, we have very like soft, loamy soil. We are so blessed where we are at with the soil that we have on our property. It is like just pure gold. The soil here is like black and rich and full of worms and drains, and I'm sorry to brag. So I planted in the ground, and it does well for us until it gets hit with sunlight. They want to be planted in more shade. They don't want to be planted really in any sun at all. Maybe some morning sun, like dappled sun, but nothing from the afternoon. No afternoon sun at all. So where we're going to plant this is going to get some morning sun, just a little tinge of morning sun, and then it's going to get protection from pretty much noon on. So, and even that's probably pushing it just a little bit. So we're going to get these planted up today, and then we also are going to take care of the espalier in the driveway, the new espalier that I have installed just a couple months ago, because it's looking so good, and it needs a little bit of help. It needs to be wound up, it needs to be trained. So we're going to work on that today also. Hi. Apparently somebody is feeling very needy today. Huh. Yes? You shake? Can you shake? You can't shake all of a sudden? You're camera shy? Oh, okay. Thank you. They laid dollar short, but that's fine. Okay, we got that all done, and it just got so windy out of nowhere. I have no clue what's happening. We have wind gusts that are like 40 miles an hour right now, so the wind is blowing like crazy. It's so fun to watch the willow tree when it moves in the like strong gust. I can hear like things blowing around in other people's yards. It's just windy. I ended up getting the hydrangea tied up. It really needed it. Of course, I turn around and the willow tree starts blowing like crazy. Whatever. And the hakonechloa is planted right there. Let me turn the camera on and show you guys. So I planted the 3 hakonechloa right back there, tied up the hydrangea, and turns out there was like no irrigation back there. So I went ahead and I ran some irrigation. I just did the 1/4 inch that has irrigation every, I think it's 12 inches. So that should be super happy back there. Should help with the rows a little bit right there anyways. And it should help with the hydrangea getting a little bit more. Look at it. Isn't that crazy? It's so windy right now. And Brent said, I was inside for a little bit, and he said that this is it mellowed out. I guess it was even crazier, so wild. Anyways, that's good. That's very happy. Let's go up to the very front, and we're going to tie up the espalier right now. And here is the espalier that we did in the driveway. We did this like diamond pattern right here, and this is the Arabian Jasmine, and I love this stuff. It literally perfumes the air, and since we planted it, it has just bloomed like crazy. It just continues to bloom. The only problem is that it does hold on to its blooms, so you get these like white dead blooms that turn brown, which that's one reason I don't love white blooms. Eventually they do kind of drop, but so far we haven't lost a single plant, and the thing continues to bloom. You can see there are a ton more blooms coming, but we haven't wound it since we attached it to the fence. So we got to come in today and do a little bit of maintenance because this doesn't look like a diamond. Things are starting to like just pop off, so we want to bring this back into check so that way it just looks really good. So let's go ahead and do this. We'll deadhead and just get to winding. That's a lot better. You can actually see the lines now. I love the look of this in the driveway. It's been so nice to have up here. And it's hard because it's a little bit dark, and so the foliar growth on it looks almost black. It's not this dark. It's just it's the shadows that are being cast. In real life, it's a very nice, pleasant green color. I don't know why it's showing up almost black on camera, but it is. Anyways, it looks great. The smell was perfuming the air the entire time that we were here, and I'm so sorry if it was so windy this entire time at the end of the video and you guys can barely hear my audio, and I'm really sorry for that. Either way, this looks so good. I'm very pleased to have this done and cleaned up again. it was needing to happen like 2 weeks ago. So we just deadheaded the blooms and then just rewound everything that we could. And then we had to cut off just a few random little pieces, not a whole lot. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. The hakonechloa looks great in the back. The Espalier looks great up here. Thank you guys for visiting our garden, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.